Hello everyone, this is Mr. Informal back with a new thoughts, analysis, and rant. This time it is the Samsung Galaxy S23 FE. I should not even say FE, but whatever. So again, this is Mr. Informal thoughts, analysis, and rant of the Samsung Galaxy S23 FE. In the past, FE stands for Fan Edition. It's basically a lot of the features that a lot of the Samsung owner are fans of, and then they put those features into one phone. But in this case, FE are just letters, and I'm gonna get about that to the rant later on. But let me give you my thoughts on this new smartphone. Skip it. There's really nothing special about this phone that you should buy. If you have the Galaxy A54G, it's not even worth the upgrade. Yeah, it could be a little bit fast, but is it worth $600? If you have the S23, is it worth going low? If you have the best, why are you even gonna go low? Why even downgrade to the FE model? So, it's really easy. I know, look, depending on the country, wherever you are in the world, if you can't afford the S23, but if your country also has the A54 available, then get the A54 because it's cheaper. So where does the Samsung Galaxy 23 FE lies then? Well, look, if you want a little bit faster of the Samsung A54, sure, get the S23. Just remember, if you see an S23, a normal S23, you will feel jealous. I don't mean to say that, but that's just the truth. So to conclude my thoughts, just skip it. It's not worth the downgrade, the upgrade, or anything. So before I get to the analysis, let's get to the specs. So obviously this is a 5G phone. Also, it has a 6.4-inch screen with a resolution of 1080 by 2340 pixels. That is 400 pixel per inch density. Gorilla Glass 5 on the front and back with an aluminum frame. It comes with Android 13. It also comes with One UI 5.1. Depending on the market or the country, you may get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 or the Exynos 2200. My recommendation, if you can get the Snapdragon, just get it. It also, storage wise, base model is 128 gigs with 8 gigs of RAM and 256 8 gigs of RAM. Triple camera setup, 50 megapixel f1.8 with OIS, face detect, autofocus. Second one is 8 megapixel f2.4 with telephoto and 3x optical zoom, which is pretty cool. And then lastly, the ultra wide 12 megapixel f2.2 with no OIS or autofocus. It's terrible. Videos, it can shoot 8K 24 frames per second, 4K 30 frames per second, and 1080p is 30, 60, 120, and 240. Selfie cameras, 10 megapixel f2.4, 26mm wide. You can shoot videos, probably 1080 and 4K. And then Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.3. Yes, it does have NFC and USB-C Type-C. It's either 3.1 or 3.2. Also has Samsung DeX. Wow. Can't believe this has Samsung DeX compared to that Flip 5, which still pisses me off. Battery is 4500 milliamps with 25 watts of charge, and also has wireless charge. It will come in 6 colors. Yes, six colors: mint, cream, graphite, purple, indigo, and tangerine. So those are the specs in terms of the market analysis. This is not gonna move Samsung current market share. This is not gonna move this. Most likely this is not going to sell well. You'll probably find these in lower tier wireless service. Not only that, this might come in a bundle that is free. But look, don't get me wrong. If you are looking for somebody that needs a gift or that needs a phone, sure, you can get this because it's cheaper. It's not flagship phone, even though it uses last year flagship processor. But for the most part, I mean, like I said in the beginning, this, you can just skip this. So I mean, there's times when I'm thinking right now that was this phone even needed? This is why Samsung never even produced a Samsung S22 FE, because again, as of right now, as the 23 FE is even needed, if you have the good enough Samsung Galaxy A54. I mean, that's up for you to decide, but for me, it is not needed. Overall, this Samsung is going to look at their statements, their financial statements, and thinking, nah, we should have never made the Samsung S23 FE. On to my rant. Number one, and it's a big one. FE. This Samsung S23 is not a fan edition. It's basically corporate letters. It's just FE. I mean, I'm trying to figure out where's the fan edition in this. You still using 128 gig base storage? Why not 256? I mean, it doesn't have an autofocus on the ultra wide camera in the back. I mean, I'm trying to understand here. Where's the memory card SD? Where's the headphone jack? I mean, again, I'm trying to understand, how is this an FE edition? I mean, is it fun? I mean, is it a fan edition? I mean, I seem to remember when the fan edition was equal to a flagship model. Number two, why are they using the last year's CPU? Snapdragon 8 Generation 1? Really? And that CPU or that processor is not even efficient compared to the current Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, which my S23 have. Number three. So this falls between the A54 and the flagship S23. And again, the A54 is pretty good. So what's the point of the S23 FE? Not only that, depending on the sale price of the Samsung S23, you might as well get the S23. I mean, if you want a bigger screen, just go with the A54. If you want a smaller screen, go with the S23, depending on the sale. So I'm trying to understand where this phone is needed. Now, don't get me wrong, I'll give credit where it's credit's due. It has Samsung DeX. And then lastly is very related to the first one, is Samsung did not even try on this so-called fan edition. How are you gonna produce a fan edition when it's not even a fan edition? Not only that, where's the effort? There is no effort in this. And that's the main point of this last rant, is the effort of this Samsung Galaxy S23 FE. I guess because, again, they never made an S22 FE, so they felt like they needed to release an FE edition just because they felt like releasing one. But I don't think they expected the A54 to be well respected and well scored, because honestly the A54 is actually a great phone for its price. It's really the value phone for Samsung right now, and it's a very similar in size of screen and in shape as this S23 FE, and many people think that the A54 might actually be the true S23 FE. Well, it shouldn't be an FE. The A54 might actually be a good phone if you cannot afford the S23. So, I mean, again, where is the effort? And as you can tell, Samsung is not showing what they used to show, is effort and actually full featured packed phones like they used to, especially in the Note. And so to conclude this thoughts, analysis, and rant on the Samsung Galaxy S23 FE, well, like I said, skip it. If you have the S21 FE and that actually is on sale, just get it. At least it uses a top of the line flagship CPU, or still uses. Not only that, it might actually be the last FE compared to this one. So I don't know how people are. I mean, let me retract that. People are not gonna buy this phone because when they see the A54, they would rather buy that. And for a couple $100 more, or if it's on sale, just get the S23. Just skip this one. Just skip it. And so hopefully you enjoyed that thoughts, analysis, and rant on the Samsung Galaxy S23 FE. I'm a bit harsh on this, or I shouldn't say a bit. I am very harsh on this, but deservedly is very deserving that I am harsh on this phone, especially on Samsung, the brand itself, because they could have done more with this so-called S23 FE, but it looks like they did not. And so I will see you in the next thoughts, analysis, and rant. Bye bye.